verb restore means renew or refresh, and another definition says gives the enjoyment of life to, which I thought was really neat. And when it says he restores my soul, the word soul doesn't just mean like the spiritual dimension of me, it just means like me, he restores me. There's an old shepherd term called a cast sheep. Have you guys ever heard that before? Yeah.
Is that the little... Keep going.
It's like a sheep that's turned over on its back and it can't get up again. So like its legs are in the air and they're flailing and it doesn't know how to stand up. And it happens pretty frequently. And all the sheep can do is like lie on its back frantically.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
And sometimes it'll bleat, but usually just kicks.
Bleat. Not bleat.
I think it said bleed. I was like,
no.
how?
Bleeds.
How does it make itself just bleed? Keep it.
In what situations have you guys felt like this, like a cast sheep?
Helpless.
I think like in like schoolwork kind of stuff even, and that sounds so dumb when I think about it, but like if I've got a ton of stuff going on and there's stuff outside of school going on, maybe there's family stuff going on too, where it's like these little things, like I'm like, oh, I can give all these things individually to the Lord, but it's almost like when they're all together, it becomes this like, holy cow, this is like a monster. Yeah.
I agree with that. Like, I don't even know how long it was ago, but I like wrote something down about it and just like read it like last night and the night before, and I literally was like, what was I even talking about? Like, what was so busy in my life that I was freaking out this much? And it does, you just feel like so helpless, and like you just, like I keep having to tell myself like, you always get it all done. You're going to get it all done. It'll be fine. But when you're in those situations, like often for me it's like when like a friend is like, I don't know, like either like blatantly going to get hurt or like not doing they're like not doing life right, for lack of a better way of putting it, and you don't have control over that. You like blatantly have to be like, okay, well, I'm helpless over here, and you like can't get up, you can't get off your back to help them because you wouldn't be able to help them if you're on your feet anyway. So
Yeah, exactly. And it does feel really helpless. And if the sheep is there and the shepherd doesn't come back for a long time, then the sheep will just die there because it has, like, there's nothing. I know, but what can it do? It needs the shepherd's help, and that's one of the reasons why the shepherd is like always looking over his flock and checking to make sure if all the sheep are still there. And if one is missing, he thinks, one of my sheep is cast. I've got to go find it, you know. And God does the same thing to us, and he restores us when we're cast down and when we're helpless. And then the second part of the verse says, he leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake, which is all about protection. Paths of righteousness means both like a straight path, like it's the right way, and also it means like righteousness, like the moral way of behaving and thinking like God's trying to guide us to living life in this way. And the for his name's sake means he guides us because it's who he is to do it for his name's sake. Like it matches with his character to guide us. It's in his nature and it's his desire to do that. Verse 4 says, even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me.
Oh, quick question. You may not know the answer. So let's say there's a cast sheep.
Mm-hmm.
The shepherd goes to look for it. What's to stop all the other sheep?
Yeah, I wondered that too,
Yeah, like
actually.
when you read the parable, like he has 100 and then he notices that one is gone and he goes to find the one missing one. I guess they just like stay there and behave. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess maybe if they're like all just grazing.
Yeah, if they're grazing, that's like how I always picture it. And then he's like, oh my gosh, I'm like missing, and he probably knows exactly which one it is. Like he probably has them like named or something. Like, yeah, exactly.
B63.
Fluffy, I'm missing Fluffy. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully they're just grays. Hopefully no jackrabbits come, and hopefully none of them like walk off a cliff, because then you come back with your.
He comes back, he's like,
with
I
Fluffy.
lost all 99.
Exactly. Got the one.
Fluffy's like, he loves me. Everyone else is like, he hates us.
Oh. Well, they wouldn't even know.
Just kidding.
What if you got back and all of them were cast?
So they're all like, oh no, I'm bleeding.
What is okay, so looking at verse 4, what does it make you, or what do you guys notice about this verse? There's a significant change in how David is addressing the shepherd. Do you guys see it? Clue. It has to do with pronouns. With what?
Pronouns.
See,
Well,
that's why, that's why it wasn't, okay.
Well, I was gonna say, like,
Sorry, I heard something completely. Oh, okay.
it's interesting in verse 3 that he's talking about how the shepherd guides him. And then in verse 4, he starts saying, even though I'm walking in this place, you're beside me. Like, it almost takes on a more of a, instead of like, he's like this, like, I'm in this place and he's there still.
Yeah, that's good.
It goes from talking about God to talking to God, he to you.
Yeah, exactly. What do you guys think is the significance of this change?
It may have to do with the context of how and where David was presenting this. Like he could have been, I don't know the context of when or where he was presenting this. I don't know that it's known, but like he could have been talking to somebody and telling them like the Lord is my shepherd, and then talking to God and being like, you do this. I don't know. I guess that's a possibility, but that's probably not the right answer.
And it's kind of like a practical, like, this is what all of that means. Like, even, like, I believe all of this because I believe that when this is happening to me right now. You know what I mean?
It kind of reminds me of those worship songs that like start out. Well, I mean, they continue on, and they're talking about like he